Hello people, how you doing? Brian Miner here. Uh, Things are pretty strange and they're going to get a lot stranger. Here's an article I've run across it's before it was news, and it was published on July 8th at 8 p.m. 10 very strange things that have happened in just the past few weeks. Have you noticed that events have begun to accelerate? Over the past few weeks, things have officially started to get very weird. Chinese stocks are crashing. The Greek debt crisis is spiraling out of control. The New York Stock Exchange was down for about 4 hours on Wednesday thanks to a technical glitch, and global politicians have been acting very strangely. After several years of relative calm, could it be possible that the second half of 2015 will usher in a time of chaos and confusion on a worldwide scale? Personally, I have never been more concerned about a period of time as I am about the last 6 months of 2015. And if I am right, what we have seen so far is just the tip of the iceberg. The following are 10 very strange things that have happened in just the past few weeks. On Wednesday, the New York Stock Exchange, United Airlines, and the Wall Street Journal were all taken down by unexpected technical glitches. Authorities are assuring us that hackers were not responsible for any of this. Number 2. In China, a full-blown stock market crash is unfolding. The Shanghai Composite Index has plummeted more than 30% in less than a month, and the Chinese version of the NASDAQ was dropped by more than 40%. The amount of paper wealth has been lost in China is 15 times greater than the GDP of Greece. Number 3. Just the other day, hackers were able to hack into a German surface-to-air missile battery. Well, this is absolutely terrifying. According to The Local, the newspaper, hackers attacked a German Patriot surface-to-air missile battery stationed along the Turkish-Syria border. The cyber attack caused the battery to carry out unexplained orders. It is believed that the cyber attack managed to exploit the battery in 2 different ways. The first exploit was through the sensor shooter inoperability, which controls interactions between the actual physical missile launcher and its control system, while the other was on the guidance chip. These weaknesses could have allowed the hackers to steal data, or more worryingly, actually take control of the battery. Number 4. Earlier this week, Barack Obama told reporters, "We are speeding up the training of ISIL forces." That's a quote unquote. 5. Just a few days ago, the U.S. Mint announced that they were sold out of American Eagle silver coins on the exact same day that the price of silver hit a new low for 2015. How does that make any sense? Number 6. On June 30th, an unexpected blood moon was seen over a significant portion of the United States. This also happens to be the exact day when the Supreme Court gay marriage decision came out. The following is an excerpt from a recent article by Caden Cowger. On June 30th, 2015, a surprise blood moon appeared in the sky that was only seen in the United States, according to the National Weather Service. Large wildfires in Canada have been burning due to extreme high winds. Smoke from these fires have traveled into the United States. According to NBC Chattanooga, the smoke should remain in the higher atmosphere and not affect air quality that gives the moon and sun a rosy glow. Here's what causes the effect. As light from the moon or sun enter into the atmosphere, it gets scattered by particles like water, aerosols, and in this case, smoke. Green, blue, and purple colors are sent in all directions but colors with longer wavelengths like red, orange, and yellow continue through the atmosphere and remain visible to the human eye. Number 7. Even though NASA recently stated that they knew of no asteroid or comet currently on a collision course with Earth, and that no object is likely to strike the Earth at any time in the next several hundred years, NASA has teamed up with the National Nuclear Security Administration to try to figure out a way to use nuclear weapons to destroy asteroids that are threatening our planet. If there is no threat, why spend so much time and energy on this topic? Number 8. A couple weeks ago, we learned that Barack Obama has issued 19 secret directives. What is Obama planning, and why won't he let the general public know about it? Number 9. This week, Pope Francis called for the creation of a new economic and ecological world order where the goods of earth are shared by everyone, not just exploited by the rich. So exactly what would such a world order look like? Number 10. The Greek people just overwhelmingly voted to reject austerity. So the European Union officials have responded by giving the Greek government a 1-week deadline to come to an agreement that will include even more austerity for the Greek people. If the Greek government does not submit, European Union officials are threatening them with bankruptcy, the collapse of their banking system, and expulsion from the euro. Things promise to get even stranger from here. 1 week from today, on July 15th, a massive military exercise known as Jade Helm 15 begins. More than 1,000 members of U.S. military will be taking part in the drill that will be conducted in the states of Texas, Colorado, New Mexico, Arizona, Nevada, Utah, California, Mississippi, and Florida. Then in September comes the end of the Shemitah year, the 4th blood moon of this tetrad, the launch of a radical new sustainable development agenda at the United Nations that is being endorsed by the Pope, and a vote on a United Nations Security Council resolution that would formally establish a Palestinian state. And that is just the stuff we know about. So what do you think we should expect for the rest of the year? And we already know Jade Helm 15 is involved in a lot more states and is including a lot more than 1,000 members of the military. That's just a little bit of an article that I thought you guys might find interesting. You can find it on Before It's News. Thanks for listening in. Brian Miner signing out. Have a good evening, folks.